Hi everyone, it's Melissa, and today I am doing the DNF tag. This is an original tag from Gunpowder Fiction and Plot. I will post their video below. So I thought this was a really interesting idea for a tag, so I am excited to do it. So, question number one is, do you DNF? And I absolutely do. I always give the book a shot. Like, I like to get a good chunk into it normally before I decide that it's not worth my time, because sometimes it takes books like a little while to get going, or it could be like a slow build type of a book, and that's fine. So I like to read a decent portion before I DNF, but I absolutely DNF. I am someone who thinks that life is just way too short to waste time reading books that are making you just like hate life. Well, I'm not wasting, X hours of my time on that book. No. Question number two is, if you DNF a book, does it count towards books read for the month? No, I do not count DNFs officially or otherwise. Even like in my head, like this, to me, does not count as a book read. Question three is there a difference between DNF and just putting it down for a bit? I don't know how to answer this question, because I am someone who, I really do not put books down. I have never ever put a book down for like a week or a month or however long and then picked it back up later. I always either I read it through, or I'm not having a good time and I DNF it. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a time that I've done that and I haven't. So I know there are tons of people who just, they don't have the right headspace or whatever, and they'll put a book down and come back to it. If I come back to a book, like, it would probably be years later and I would just restart it. So to me, there's no difference. Like, putting it down is essentially DNFing it. Number four is, what popular book have you DNF'd? Recently, as in this year, I DNF'd I, Claudius. I tried reading it for Historathon, which was a historical fiction readathon, and it's one of the most well-known historical fictions ever, and it was such a slog. I got about 50 pages in before I just couldn't take it anymore. And usually I read about 100 pages before I feel like, this is just not for me. But I couldn't do it. Other kind of like popular, well-known books, I DNF'd One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I don't think that was the book's fault. I think I was in the wrong headspace. I think in high school. I'll probably pick that one up again at some point. And I DNF'd The Scarlet Letter. That I don't know. I think it was like the writing style, maybe. Oh, yeah, I might give that one another go at some point. I DNF'd The Lost of the Mohicans. That I was almost in tears from boredom. I don't know how that is a well-known book. Question five is, what book do you wish you had DNF'd? Love in the Time of Cholera. I mean, the writing was gorgeous. I mean, Gabriel Garcia Marquez obviously has a gift for writing, but that book angered me so much because of issues I had with rape culture and like how the narrative was structured, and like the narrative was the way it was on purpose, but I had problems with it. I can link somewhere a wrap up where I talk about how much I hate that book. Anyway, I wish I hadn't finished it. I thought it was going somewhere and it went places I didn't want to go. So there you have it. Question number six is, do you ever reattempt to read a DNF? Has this ever been successful for you? I don't think I have attempted to read a book I've DNF'd. I haven't DNF'd a ton of books. Actually, that's a good idea for a video. I might make a video where I revisit some of my past DNFs. That might be fun. But no, I don't think I've ever gone back to any of them. Question number 7 is, what do you do with books you DNF? Most of the books I read are from the library, so I'll just bring it back to the library. If I didn't like it, I'll ask my husband if he's interested in reading it, or if he wants to keep it, and then we keep it. But if it's a book that like my husband has zero interest in and it's something I bought for myself and I DNF it, I will give it to someone who I know like likes that author, or who I think maybe their reading tastes align more. Otherwise, I will donate it to like a secondhand bookstore or a little free library or something like that. I do not keep books that I don't enjoy. Books that are on my shelves are books that I would conceivably read again. Otherwise, I don't see a point in keeping it unless it's like a book my grandmother gave me. Unless like there's a sentimental attachment or something, like I'm gonna get rid of it. I still have Love in the Time of Cholera on my shelves because we're in a pandemic and I can't donate books anywhere right now, at least where I am. So that is going to sit there until such time as I can be rid of it. Question number 8 is, do you choose more or less risky titles because of your stance on DNF? That's a really good question. Yeah, I guess it would depend on like how you DNF or whether you DNF could conceivably affect how you choose to read. I guess I am pretty risky, I guess you could say, with reading. I am always willing to try a genre, even if I think it's something that I'm not gonna like. I'll pick it up and I'll give it a try. I'll take gambles on new authors. Like I'm open to read pretty much whatever. I'm fairly non-discriminating in terms of the types of books I read, and I think that is because I have a pretty strong DNF stance in terms of like, I'm not liking this, I'm not going to finish reading it. So yeah, I take risks all the time. And question number 9 is to tag 5 booktubers. We'll go with Angie from Science Mama, Sam from Paper Nut Books. I will link their channels below because I can't remember. Brian from Bookish, Emily from Novell Novels, and I will tag Ramsey from Rajathon. I think that's 5, right? Yeah, so that is it for the DNF tag. If you have a booktube channel, I also tag you to do it and let me know in the comments below. If you do this tag, I would love to go watch it. It was a really fun one. I hope everyone enjoyed this and that you're all doing well, and we will talk soon. Take care. Bye.